day to you. Sally here. How are you? Welcome to the September upper body little fitness challenge. Now, it's just going to start off short and it's going to get long. About literally the first day will take about 2 minutes and it's going to build up to about 15 minutes after 30 days. So the point of these challenges is just to get into the habit of doing something. It's not all about doing hour-long workouts and lifting really heavy weights. You've got to get into the mindset of doing it. So this is going to be, it really does make a difference. But don't be a non-finisher. I want you to absolutely do the 30 days. So many people, so you can decide which camp you're going to be in now, because you're going to get a load of people who will start it, do a few days, forget a day, which is fine, we all forget, and then think, oh, I'm not going to bother anymore. And then you'll get the other people, and there'll be a lot less in this group, let me tell you, but you get to choose which group you're going to belong to, who just do it. Even if you forget a day, you might double up the next day, it's fine, and you will do it and you will just feel brilliant. And do you know what you're going to feel at the end? Chuffed with yourself, absolutely chuffed pink. So that's what we're aiming for. And in the process, you're going to get slightly stronger, you're going to get slightly fitter, and you're going to start to feel things you might not have felt for a while, but what you're going to feel is amazing. So, and it's that starts to infiltrate and have a ripple effect in all other areas of your life. Believe me, I've seen it happen hundreds of times. So we have an upper body fitness challenge. Remember, you do it at your own risk. It's all online fitness, so I can't see what you're doing. So you need to stop. If you feel anything you shouldn't, you know your limitations. I'm talking limitations, that's why I give modifications, not just big fat excuses that we always often use. So don't ever work through an injury, don't work through pain that you shouldn't have. You're going to feel a bit uncomfortable in places because we're going to be pushing you. So, and that's fine. But if you need to stop for any reason, then do stop. But don't just stop just because you can't be bothered, because that's just the height of bad manners, quite frankly. So, you've got 4 exercises we're going to be doing every day. We're going to be doing press-ups, plank, tricep dips and mountain climbers. So don't think, oh, I don't like them, so I'm not going to do them. It's not a la carte fitness, you know. This is a challenge and this is what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to quickly show you. So please share this video, you know, especially if anybody that you've tagged and they need to see it, because then I can show you all the modifications in this video so it's all in one place. So I'm just going to crack on because I'm giving myself a stiff neck here. Right, so we're going to start with press-ups. I'm going to show you 3 different ones, all right? So the most modified press-ups, and can I just tell you, never, ever feel bad or rubbish or useless for doing a modification. We all have to modify sometimes. It doesn't make you rubbish. It makes you rubbish if you just sat on the sofa eating your hobnobs with a digestive as well, just watching and then complaining that you don't feel like doing anything. So come on, put your biscuits down or eat them and then crack on. Right, so the most modified press-ups. Right, I know some people do press-ups with arms in like this. I prefer a wide press-up, just my preference, so my elbows come out rather than doing more, because that's more your triceps. So I do it slightly wider, but so you choose which you want to do. But most importantly, where there is no choice, is your wrists should be under your shoulders. That's the biggest mistake people make. So I'm going to show you a box press up first of all. So my hands are slightly wider than my shoulders, knees under my hips, directly under my hips. Okay, and you come down, nose to the floor and push up. Now I can still feel that. So it's the most modified press-ups. Unless you've only got one arm, you should all be able to do that one. And it will be tough for some people, you know, especially when we start building the numbers in, but you can feel it. So that's a box press-up. The most common mistake people make is this. They let the shoulders drift away from the wrists, and they do that and they just put the nose to the floor. It's a nonsense. So always make sure that your shoulders are in line with your wrists. Right, the most popular one is a modified press-ups. So if you come up to a full plank just momentarily and then put your knees down. So can you see I'm at a different angle now, but my shoulders are still over my wrists. So you come down, oh my goodness, and you can really feel it. Honestly, come down and up, down and up. So try not to just fanny about at the top half, Do it so and come down and up. Obviously, if you're new to it, you might just be able to do the top half only, and that's fine. That is really easy when you get tired to start doing this. I mean, what is that all about? But people do it. You don't realise you're doing it, that's the thing. So check yourself in a mirror reflection and make sure you're always in this position. Keep your core nice and tight. Now the other one, some of you can do this, some of you might not be able to, is a full press up. So same sort of thing, and you go down and push up. So the big mistake people make is doing that. And they just push down like that. So they're not really doing anything, all they're doing is head banging. So head in line with your body, okay? And I do have a tendency of putting my head down. So down, keep it flat and push up. Now if you can't get all the way down, don't worry, okay? Just try it in the top half, but don't go straight into top halves of these. I'd rather you stayed in modified and went all the way down. And when you get great at those, the only way is up. Oh, come out, puff. So there you've got 3 different press ups, and you might go between one and the other, so it's absolutely fine. Next, let me show you tricep dips, okay? Right, I'm going to show you 3 ones again. The most modified. Sat on the floor, because you might not have a handy bench. Fingers facing forward. Nice and proud in your chest, chin off your chest, and you literally bend at your elbows. That's a tricep dip, because you're feeling it all in the back of your arms here, which is your triceps. Okay, don't be sinking in like this, nice and tall. Tricep dip. The next one is up you come and bring your bum off the floor, and then bend at your elbows. Oh my goodness, and you don't half feel those. Not many tomorrow when we start the challenge. Okay, you're going to feel it. One mistake people make is they keep their arms straight and they just do that. I mean, what for, really? You know, so it's your elbows must bend whichever model you do, whether you're doing that one or that one. Now then, if you're handy and you've got a coffee table next to you, or a ledge or a wall, the edge of a bath's great for doing tricep dips. And I'll be doing this challenge, you know, all over the place. I won't probably just be doing it in the conservatory. So if you're out walking, you've got a wall. Right, can you see me over there? Right, fingers facing forward. On your sofas aren't brilliant, by the way, because they're too soft. But I'm just showing you because it's all I've got available to me. Scooch your bottom off the edge and down you come. Okay, so that's your tricep dip. Now I'm going to show you from the side. Oh, look at that. That's handy, isn't it? So here we go. Just scooch your bottom off. So my knees are at about a right angle because that's what's comfy for me. And you come down and up you go. Come down and up you go. To make it harder, oh, good grief, that makes it so much harder. And that I find, oh, too hard for me, that. I won't be able to do many. So I'd rather do more at that level. The biggest mistake people make is they let, can you see how far I've come away from the sofa? That is going to wreck your shoulders. Not good at all. Make sure you're literally almost touching whatever you're pressing against. Okay, so there are your tricep dips. Next, we have a plank. Two options on this. We're doing it on your, what are those called? Elbows. All right, elbows. So go up, I'll show you the full plank first. Full plank position. Shoulders are over your elbows, so you've got a nice right angle here. Okay, push back, your toes are tucked and push back into your heels. If you don't, you're going to start to sink like this, so push back into your heels. Now the 2 biggest mistakes, people do this, they don't realise they're doing it, you're cheating. But what's worse is when you sink like that, it's really bad for your back. So tuck your pelvis under, keep your core nice and tight. Doesn't matter how big it is, it doesn't matter if your tummy's touching the floor. It does not matter. Just get it done, nobody cares. So, and don't let this happen, push down into your elbows. So you're going to feel it, you might occasionally need to come to your knees. That's fine, that's the modified press up. Okay, let me lift my top up so you can see. So, that's the full. Modified, exactly the same position. Can you see I'm not moving my upper body? See? Oh my God, I can still feel that. And then you can go between the two. I tell you, you'll be loving this. Really works everywhere. It's wonderful. That isn't modified. That's just lying around watching Why Don't You in the 80s. I used to do that. So, there you go, between the two. Keep your head in line with your body as well. And next, I've got my very favourite. I've put this in just to keep your heart rate up. Good old mountain climbers. And do you know what? Because all it is a moving plank. So we're doing more. And every time you do it, you're working your shoulders, your arms. Mountain climbs are wonderful. Your chest, your core, you can get a bit of legs in. And your heart rate, it's wonderful. So mountain climbers, there's two options. So when I say, actually we're doing them for the amount of time, so it's not the amount of number we do. So we'll start off on like 10 seconds, we'll be going up to a lot more than that. So modified, there, you just bring your knee in as far as you can go. Now I remember doing these when I was carrying a lot more weight, and it was just, I know what it's like when you can't get your leg up because everything's in the way, and you know, but doesn't matter, don't judge yourself. Honestly, that's the worst thing that you can do, is judging yourself and then stopping. So just work with what you've got and do your best. So you might have a sore hip, you might not be able to do that, you might have an injury, you might have broken your fingernail. So, or the full on is quicker. Oh, right, two of the biggest mistakes in mountain climbers is that, oh my God, that vexes me. I see it loads. What is that? Get flat. We're doing a plank. It is a plank, a full-on plank. And this, modified and not modified. Head in line with your body. Look, shoulders over my wrists. So there we have it. They're the 4 exercises. Taken just over 12 minutes to show you those. So I wanted to do it on a separate video. I'll keep hinting at it. Never mind, I'll be telling you. I'll be reminding you. But if in doubt, please watch this video. I don't know why I've said that then, because if you haven't watched it, you're not going to see that bit of advice. Go on, Sally. Oh, I tell you, I'm worn out. So we're starting the 1st of September. Is it? Tomorrow, yes. So we'll see you then. Remember, you get to choose which camp you're in. Are you going to be a non-finisher, or are you going to finish feeling flying at the end of September? Isn't it great that we have a choice? What an absolute gift. Try and drag as many people as you can along with you for the experience, because they'll thank you for it. Okay, remember, never ever work through pain. Stop if you need to, not just because you can't be bothered, but only you know that. And you've got to live with the consequences. All right, everybody, but enjoy it and have fun and support one another. I'll be doing it with you every day. Not always live a lot of the time, but I'll be posting every single day at 7 a.m. 7 a.m. If you can't do it live, it does not matter. Just post anyway. Do fit it in. Do it in your lunch hour. Do it while your soup's heating up in the microwave at work. Get it done in the office. You know, I've had people doing this all over the place when we do little challenges, because it's going to start off literally 2 minutes the first day. 2 minutes and you're done. So you don't even need your gym kit or your trainers. It's wonderful. All right then, real fitness for real people. All right, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Ta-ta.